These are beauties. These are the most beautiful blackberries I think I've ever seen. They smell delicious. I cannot wait to go and make some blackberry cobbler.
I'm here today and all I hear is how I'm chasing crazy dreams. They'll sing, 'cause I've got perfect songs and melodies just waiting to come out of me, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. Fancy words, clever lines and tales that take you back in time, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa, and they'll know. Everyone will know. They should have believed in me.
Should have believed, baby.
You're watching The Spiel.
Welcome to The Spiel, the Spiel television show.
I just want to say,
Live and in color.
Today's guest,
Yes.
one of today's guests, is an incredible singer-songwriter
Ooh,
that
every
I
week.
used to perform with.
Yeah, oh,
and
see?
he is awesome.
Okay. When you have to go to the archives like that, it's good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it
It's
is
good.
good.
You have longevity. You have longevity when you're good.
When you're
right?
good.
When you're good.
I mean, this show's been going on, what, 10, 12 years?
Oh, feels like it. Minimum. Minimum. 10, 12 years. 10, 12. And she laughs that way because she's like, man, it feels like 22 years.
A lifetime.
Yeah, a lifetime. Okay, we have a bit of an issue.
What?
What do you, a conundrum?
I know what it
conundrum?
is.
What do you call it? Conundrum?
Conundrum.
What is it? Conundrum. Conundrum.
And I know what
The
it
wrong
is
vowel.
before you say anything.
What is it?
It's my Loretta Lynn hair.
No, I like that.
Do you?
I already complimented you on that.
You
Yes,
did, but
yes,
I thought
yes,
it was one of those two-faced things where it's like,
No.
Julie, that looks good.
No, Loretta Lynn is fortunate. You know why?
Why?
Because somebody set up her Facebook page correctly. Right? She has the check mark. She can go to like a gajillion fans. Everything's fine. I'm now at the Wes Bennett threshold. Do you know what that is?
No.
The 5,000. You can't accept any more. So I've been
Wes
deleting.
is there. I
Wes has
believe
been there.
that about
Wes has
him.
been there. Oh, but you don't believe it about me.
I don't.
I'm there. I'm there.
Really?
And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, confirm, confirm, confirm. And I was like, oh, it wouldn't confirm anymore. You know why?
You're there.
I didn't set it up correctly.
You're Loretta Lynn status.
No, because Loretta Lynn and folks like that and people who knew what they were doing with technology knew how to set it up where you can exceed that.
But I
you
got
can
a
have a
question.
bunch of what?
You confirm,
Confirm, right,
confirm. People you don't know, but what if someone like Eric Church wants to be your friend and now
Oh boy.
can't?
No, I'll
He
get him in.
can't.
I'll get him. Here's what I've started doing. Here's the next
Are
thing.
you like informed when someone is trying?
Oh yeah, they're there. And I don't usually do the not now. I've only done the not now a couple of times.
To me?
Yeah. No, we're friends. We're friends, definitely. But I noticed that you did block me, so I can't just go immediately to your page now. You have to approve it.
I did.
You did. That's smart, though.
You know
That's
what?
really smart.
You know me. That was an accident, a pure accident.
But
I
you know,
can't
here's
do
what I've
that.
started doing, and just so you know, if we're friends, which I know very few of my friends. Are you the same way? Yeah. It's like, hey, I love hearing about your children.
Yes.
I feel like we know one another. We don't really.
But I don't want to know you had bacon last night.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. But anyway, if you become negative on your page, if you have an ugly word, a not so appropriate phrase, whatever, you're gone.
Oh, I feel the same way.
Yep.
It's
Just
like
need positivity in my
delete,
life.
delete.
Just
now,
need positivity.
Are you one of those that gets rid of them completely, or don't follow them? But they think you're following them.
Unfriend. It says unfriend. Yes.
I got a question about that. Maybe
What?
you know this.
What?
Sometimes when they do that, I don't want to get rid of them because my numbers go down, okay? But I just unfollow where I don't see it and my friends don't see it.
Okay.
But do they know that I've done that?
Well, here's what'll happen, because I've had a couple of people ask me. They're like, "Oh, so we're not
Friends anymore.
Like, what in the world happened? I don't understand that." I think they can tell if there's how do you, Ashley? Can you tell? Well, you pop up. You're like, "Would you like to be friends with?" Well, I thought we already were.
Yeah.
Right?
Something must have happened.
Well, actually, it's happened to me too. I thought we were already friends with that guy or that girl. Well,
But
whatever.
your friends are done.
That's
You're
it.
done.
That's it. Hey, you know how I love my calendar that I get with back to the positive comments, the positive remarks? I'm done with the calendars. I wish somebody would have gotten me a calendar for Christmas. They did not, but that's
I
okay.
love those.
That's okay. I went in search of something.
Okay.
Okay? So with the negativity, perhaps we can squash all of that with this saying. So hang on to it, okay? It will be all right in the end. If it's not all right, it is not yet the end. Oh, do you like that, or you seem a little
No, I'm just
perplexed?
taking
that's
it in.
That's big. That's a lot.
That's
That's a lot, right?
How do you know it's the end?
That is deep. That is
That's
deep.
good.
It will be all right in the end. How many people have said that to you? It'll be
Yeah.
all right in the end.
Yeah.
And if it is not all right, it is not yet the end. Well, it's just the start of this show, so we probably should get busy, right? We'll be right back.
Coming up next on The Spiel,
We don't even miss the pasta anymore.
What is this called, that thing again?
This is the veggetti.
We live those songs, and so therefore when we go in the studio to record them, I mean, we felt them.
Big, little, or short or tall. Wish I could have kept them all.
I chose Three Rivers College to get the skills I need for success in
Early childhood education,
civil and construction,
firefighting,
welding,
accounting,
paramedic,
drafting,
environmental safety,
nursing, physical therapist assistant, medical laboratory technology,
network administration,
forestry,
criminal justice, ag technology,
business management,
industrial technology,
IST legal,
diesel mechanics.
Three Rivers College.
Success starts here.
Since the very beginning, Southside Lumber has been a family business, delivering lumber and materials from a storefront in Heron, Illinois. Some things never change. We're still family owned and still located in the same place. Now, delivering more than just lumber to every corner of Southern Illinois. With nearly 70 years experience building Southern Illinois, come see why people in the know go to Southside.
Find us on social media and follow us for the next 70 years.
More than just lumber, Southside Lumber.
explore an ever-expanding variety of wholesome, locally grown foods when you shop Illinois, where fresh is. For more information, visit IllinoisWhereFreshIs.com.
Check out my website at Healthyhippiechef.com, where you can find all you need to know about fresh and local, where to get it, how to get it onto your table and into your family's bellies. Today, we're downtown at my local farmers markets, one of many in the area. I'm pretty spoiled. And you'll find me here most Saturdays, picking out all my fresh and local produce to use throughout the week. We're gonna bring you tons of tips and tricks on how to make eating healthy, fresh and local foods fun and easy. We're gonna talk to some of these folks around here, see what they like about the fresh and local produce. And we're also gonna interview some of the farmers today, find out what goes into this process, getting it all here. I'm gonna get to show you some of these gorgeous displays behind me, what goes into making everything look perfect. And then we're gonna gather up all these garden goodies, we're gonna take them back to the kitchen, and we are gonna make a fresh and delicious recipe that you all can enjoy. So let's go see what we can find. Hi, I'm here with Jeannie from Brumlevy Farms. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes,
Okay.
Brumlevy Farm in Cobden, Illinois.
And I know you're so busy, we can hardly even get in here to ask you a few questions. So could you tell me, what are some of your biggest sellers?
Oh, it wouldn't be summer without our sweet corn, our peaches, and our fresh tomatoes. The folks, when they see the red tomato baskets close to the road, they know that summer is finally here.
These are the most beautiful blackberries I think I've ever seen. They smell delicious. I cannot wait to go and make some blackberry cobbler. Tell us a little bit about your farm and how far you have traveled to get here.
It's a 45-minute drive from Pulaski. We're south of here. We have an acre of blackberries and we have 4.5 acres of wine grapes that we grow.
And what are some of your favorite recipes with blackberries?
Blackberry dumplings. I had blackberry dumplings all my life, and I had an elderly lady tell me that if you bought the store-bought pie crust and put them in the dumplings, you'd never make a dumpling again. It's just as good, and it tastes like cobbler, only it's faster. My husband loves to grow things, and we're both retired, so this keeps us both busy.
Great. Well, I can't wait to get back and make some blackberry dumplings. Thank you. Okay, we're here with Carl Schweitzer of Carl Schweitzer Produce, and it excited me. I got out of my car, and for some reason, every time I get out, I look at how beautiful your presentation is, and my eyes are just automatically drawn to it, because you eat with your eyes first, right?
Well, I hope so. I put a lot of time and thought into it, so it's nice to know it's noticed. It's as fresh as it can get. All this stuff was picked yesterday, so we picked it all and washed it within the last 24 hours roughly. So, and then for whatever we have left, their Lighthouse homeless shelter here in town, they'll come and we'll actually donate pretty much everything that we have left to them. If it can be grown around here, we'll at least try it and see what happens.
And I do like a good recipe with eggplant for a lasagna. Do you think it would help maybe if, some of the consumers knew what to do and how to incorporate this produce into their diet?
Yeah, that's really the biggest holdup on a lot of things, and especially when you have. That's the kind of the drawback to having a lot of different variety. For example, we have a round zucchini that it tastes just like a regular zucchini, but a lot of people are afraid to try it just because it's round. It's not the same shape they're used to. Knowing how to prepare it is a big hurdle for some of these crops, but nowadays with the internet, it's pretty easy to figure out.
And I know that it's hard. People want to eat healthy. They want to know where their food's coming from, trust their farmers. But what do you think would be some better ways that we could get the word out, get the people into these local markets and get them to buy fresh and local?
Honestly, just word of mouth, I think, is probably the most effective way. People telling their friends and all that, or seeing it on their countertop.
Well, we're going to go back. I think I'm going to take some of your green peppers. Okay. I'm going to take some of your zucchini. I'm going to show people how to make French fries with an apple core.
This will be nice, I'm sure, for getting some more people out. So,
right. The more people that see it, like I said, you eat with your eyes. We can maybe give some people some great tips and tricks and get them in here eating, some fresh and local food.
Yep, that's the long-term goal. I'm kind of a young guy. I've got a long way to retirement, so I hope people keep coming out. But
thank you, Carl. Have a great day. Do you mind if I interview you, Miss Travelstead? This is actually my mother. I found her over here at the blackberry stand. And could you tell me what you like about the farmer's market?
Oh, I love the freshness of everything. Also the bakery goods.
It just tastes better, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
And it actually does not cost more to eat healthy, does it?
No, does not.
And we grew up on a small farm, so we know the hard work that goes into this. Do you have favorite recipes that you incorporate fresh and local produce into, or you just like to eat, raw fruits and vegetables? What's your favorite?
Well, my family loves the fried corn. Cut the corn off the cob and fry it. We also can pickles. So those are two of my favorites.
Mine too. Thanks, Mom.
Coming up next on The Spiel.
Not only can you cook a meal, you can put out a spread, and all from the farmer's market.
My dad came here in the early 50s and started. My name is John Smith. My brother Terry and I have Smith Dairy Farm. We're producers of milk for Prairie Farms Dairy. And we're outside at 4:30 in the morning. Cows need fed 365 days a year, and you learn the mannerisms of each animal. You learn who they are. Prairie Farms, they depend on us to be finished milking at a time when the truck's going to come to get the milk. We're all one big team.
Proudly farmer owned.
It's part of what we've been raised to do.
Prairie Farms.
Of course, at the farmer's market, we saw the blackberries.
The best berries.
So delicious. I just added some raspberries and strawberries in with them.
Okay.
Of course, I sprayed them off, rinsed them, and cleaned them.
Sure.
But I love pie crust from scratch.
Yes.
My grandma taught me how to make it.
Yes.
So good, but who has time for that every night, right?
I know.
So I'm sitting there one night. I didn't have any crescent rolls. I didn't have anything, and I thought, I love these ultimate vanilla wafers.
Oh, sister.
Oh, I'm telling you, so good. So I thought, I love banana pudding. What would it be like with pie? So all you're gonna do is put a layer on the bottom. This is the easiest thing I have ever made in my life, and it is so delicious. Just gonna get them all sitting in here. If you want, you can take them up the sides.
Yeah, just to be fancy.
Yes, but this is the dealio. I'm telling you, it's the dealio. So then you're gonna pour your berries in.
Oh, yes.
Get a little bit of that juice in there. Super easy, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is take about a half a stick of butter. This is some good Prairie Farms butter. We're still staying local in the heartland with some Prairie Farms butter, and you're just gonna kind of douse all that over them because everything's good. But this is all stuff, basically, God gave us butter and sugar.
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. If you wanna measure it out, go ahead. I don't usually measure when I'm baking on this kind of stuff.
She's the healthy hippie chef.
I just put as much sugar as we want. We're gonna cover them up in some sugar. And then all I did was give Haven a bag, and she crunched up some of these for the topping.
Yes.
And then all you're gonna do, this is how easy this is. Are you kidding me? Have you ever made a cobbler that fast? And you're gonna sprinkle over the top.
You were actually surprised at how well it turned out.
I was thrilled. It really was delicious. So we're gonna get this in.
Okay.
You can put that on the bottom while we're cooking up our zucchini spaghetti.
So the idea is to show people not only can you cook a meal, I mean, you can put out a spread and all from the farmer's market.
Farmer's market. It's not more expensive.
Yeah.
Your family's eating healthier, and it's fun.
It is
delicious.
Fun. It is
You can
fun.
get your kids. I've showed you different ways to get them
I've had
excited.
so much fun watching you do.
Farmer's market.
Get involved. Get involved. Cut something up. Use a utensil, a thingy.
Crazy things.
Crazy things.
Kitchen gadgets. Cool kitchen gadgets. And actually, Haven helped us out today with this. I've had her over there making these beautiful zucchini noodles.
Way to go, Haven.
With one of my favorite gadgets, which I've shown on the show. So you're going to take about 4 medium-sized zucchinis, but you know these make noodles. Just like we don't even miss the pasta anymore.
What is this called, that thing again?
This is the veggetti.
The veggetti.
The veggetti.
I like the
veggetti. If you don't have a veggetti, you can also use a carrot peeler and just make little strips.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna use about 4. 3 to 4.
Let me just give it a little turn.
Try it. I want to see if you're able to do it, because if Haven can do it, I'm pretty sure you can do it.
I don't know. Haven has won like contests and
You got to
stuff.
be careful. She has won contests.
She has. She's much better in the kitchen than I. This is amazing.
Isn't that amazing? And actually, we prefer those type of noodles now in my family, rather than the heavy pasta. Every once in a while, we like our pasta, but
yeah.
And while we're getting these together, what I'm doing is browning up about a pound of lean meat. Now you can use lean pork.
Chicken.
I had pork the other day that was only 10% fat. Chicken, turkey. If you are vegan, make this with oil and no cheese and just
soy or whatever.
Just use your marinara sauce. Yeah, you could use tofu. So we're browning that up. But what we're going to do is start sauteing our noodles here, because you're going to do that before you bake this.
Yes.
So we're just going to add some of these to the pan. I just think that's so
pretty
beautiful.
too. It's a prettier alternative.
We're going to add some garlic. We're going to add some
pasta,
onions in there. Just mix it all up, and it is pretty. It is. Really makes things
colorful,
look beautiful. And you know you're eating healthy when it's green. And you can use these in cold salads. Hot. I've done just about everything with these zucchini noodles. So I'm going to cook these up. You're going to saute them probably for about 5 to 7 minutes. We're going to turn the heat up a little bit. That's why I like a gas stove.
Should I check what's in the stove?
You can check and see how it's coming. Our meat's coming along great. Now you're going to add your salt and pepper.
The bottom is boiling. That's
okay. The cobbler's supposed to.
The cobbler's
yes.
supposed to boil. Okay.
It's getting all those juices, and so we're going to have some salt. We're going to have some pepper. I like fresh ground pepper on mine. Okay. So, and we're just gonna crumble our turkey. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna drain just a little bit of this off. That's that, not a lot. Which this is pretty lean turkey. If you buy a lean cut, you really don't have to drain much. Once this is brown and crumbled, all you're gonna do, now, if you wanna make homemade spaghetti sauce, great. This is just a marinara.
Okay.
But feel free to use whatever is your favorite. You might have a traditional recipe for spaghetti sauce. I'm just trying to make things easy for folks and not make them feel guilty about, having to. And what's going to be so awesome, it's like a baked spaghetti. These are going to be down in the bottom. You're going to pour your spaghetti over the top of them.
Oh, you go back into the pan with it.
It's going to go into the oven for just long enough for, the cheese to turn that golden brown, beautiful golden brown color. Super easy and delicious.
And that's just another step to get the cheese on it, because you could just serve it right out of the pan like that, right? Couldn't you do that?
You probably could, but I kind of like to bake the cheese in a little bit. And sometimes, I like my noodles and things like that al dente. I even like my vegetables a little crunchy when I eat them and crispy, but some people don't.
Okay.
A lot of people are like, oh, I don't like mine like that. So then basically you are pouring this over. How easy is that?
What are we going to do with the corn that you have over
Well,
there?
the corn's to top my vegetables off.
Okay.
You're gonna like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I add sweet corn to just about anything and everything when it's prime time for sweet corn.
And we learned you can eat it raw.
You can eat it totally raw, which is
put it
the
in
best way
salads,
for me to eat
whatever.
it.
Yeah.
Now you just take, and if you want an exact measurement, I don't know, do about a half cup. But if you want more, do a cup. You don't have to be exact on this. It's not going to make a difference on how healthy it is.
Okay.
Just add some more calories. So we're going to stick this in probably just for 10 to 15 minutes until it turns brown. Looks like our cobbler's ready to come out.
Okay.
Ooh, don't burn yourself there.
Hang on.
See if I can get That looks delicious.
Do I just put it right on here?
I'd set it on
That looks so good.
Does that not smell good, those vanilla wafers?
Unreal. And you know you've done a good job when the smells throughout the house bring all the kids to the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know you've done a good job then.
You know you have.
I mean, they're eating before I am. What's up with that?
So what do you think?
Good.
Really? That means a lot to
Definitely
you, Wyatt.
got on the top charts in my book.
The top charts. The top charts. All fresh and local. So
Fresh
tell
and
us more
local.
about how to find this stuff, how to get it, prepare
The
it.
good thing is, most towns have a local farmers market, which they're wonderful. I'm going to be listing all the ones around this area on my website. There is a website called Market Maker, and it is a farmer and consumer's best friend because you can even plug in something as simple as gooseberries and find out where to go get them. It'll list farmers markets, it'll list farms in the area. Sometimes it's a good time to gather up your family, and you can actually go to these farms, tour the farms. Some of them have you pick. You teach your kids. My grandma used to take me to pick strawberries every year, and then we'd come home and make fresh jelly and jam. So I would check out those two websites. Follow me on all social media.
Right.
Because I'm always reminding you that tomorrow's the Marion Farmers Market or tomorrow's Carbondale's Farmers Market. So just anytime, follow my social pages, check out websites.
Very good. Very good.
And think a farmer. Like I said, if you ate today, it's because a farmer worked hard and brought you this food. It just doesn't.
That's right. That's right. And I loved what the one guy said. They're not wasteful. They have that in mind that if they don't sell it all, they'll give it away, encourage people to sample them, and they are working hard, and we should support them.
They're working hard. So what does the grown-ups think, Angie?
2 thumbs way up.
Really? That would
Very
satisfy
good.
you? Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Well, good, because people are not going to eat it if they don't. If we
Very
don't make
good.
it taste delicious and make it easy to fix and prepare. So.
All right, is that going to do it?
Can I get another
That's
thumbs
a wrap.
up?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Look, she's like, can I have more?
Okay, so we did forget to say grace, didn't we? But I'm going to say yes. Thank God for our food too.
Absolutely.
And kiss the cook and share a smile. And ciao for now.
Coming up on the Spiel.
I was completely bald, and I celebrated that. I talked a lot about it in the magazine, and I had pictures taken.
When people start to pick themselves apart, it kills me inside because I feel like everyone should feel the way I felt when he told me I was beautiful.
We provide the facilities in the areas that are most needed.
The doctors here are very caring.
It's not just a kid that you treat, it's the whole entire family.
It doesn't matter how much you have or what you don't have. We will find a place and a way to take care of you.
We do work closely with some drug manufacturing companies to help provide patients with medications that they otherwise could not afford.
Take care of you the best we can.
We are community-based, community-served, and we take community pride in what we do.
I'd like to, first of all, thank everybody for coming on this historic anniversary of the bank opening April the 7th at 1 o'clock in 1915. God willing, we're going to be here for another 100 years and serving the community, and we're commemorating that today. Your needs are our call to action. God bless you all. 100 years.
I'm 32 years old. I want to be in the wheelhouse by the time I'm 35.
When I first started, I worked in the fleet down there in Cairo. Moved up, maybe 2 months after that, I moved to lead man.
Something different.
Let's see, you get up in the morning, you lay down in the afternoon, you get up in the evening, and you lay down in the morning.
The ultimate job is to get that captain title.
Their motto is be safe. Every now and again, you get safety bonuses.
It's a very rewarding job. Makes you appreciate your time at home a little bit more.
And they'll make sure that you get home and get back on the boat.
I have a partial denture that drives me crazy, so I'd like to get something permanent.
One of the most dramatic advances in implant dentistry is the introduction of what's called computer-guided surgery. Because when we have a guide, the surgery is much quicker and it's more conservative. No sutures, there's no bleeding, quicker recovery, no pain, and happier patient, and happier doctor too.
It's going to mean everything.
We always have to keep our eyes open because we never know where we're going to get that inspiration from. We are excited to bring Orbe to Cheval. Orbe uses exclusive essential oils. That's what helps to separate them from other products. Maybe their hair's been over-processed or they have split ends. We have a product that will repair split ends 94%. You will get unbelievable shine. You can find Orbe at Cheval Salon in front of the Williamson County Airport.
To find out more about the Spiel or even watch past episodes, visit spielon.com.
You know what? This segment is going to be really, really cool because if you're watching this, in just a moment, if you don't already, you're going to feel beautiful because we've got some wonderful stories to tell. Jen Fortune, I think you dubbed it Beautiful Inside Out. Is that what we're talking about?
Feel beautiful, know your beauty.
Okay. Aww. And she can make you look beautiful. You see these pictures?
I
mean, these girls
well,
look
you know
hot.
what? They don't have to be made anything different. There is no filter on these girls. They're beautiful.
Yeah. Before we get to the individual stories, Jen, where did the desire come from? Was it a personal thing or just an observance that made you want to do this?
It's definitely a personal thing for me. I've always struggled with feeling beautiful growing up, being told that I was less than. And so for me, after years of just not feeling beautiful, I had my late husband showed me what it's like to feel beautiful. And after that, I just feel like with every woman that I meet, when people start to pick themselves apart, it kills me inside because I feel like everyone should feel the way I felt when he told me I was beautiful. Yeah. And then I started to believe it. And so I feel like every woman should feel that way.
You know, there's tears in your eyes. You're a different story that we're going to have on some other time. She lost her husband, and she has like chronically done, what, a picture segment? What did you do?
I kind of shared, on Memorial Day, I take that time to share about his story because he passed away during Memorial Day weekend while serving in the Air Force. So I share that story every Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, what a great story.
Thank
and
you.
what a beautiful girl. Whoever told you you were not beautiful, he smacked.
That's right. And Juli will beat them up.
Hot.
She's that kind of girl.
Because you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, I'm a Facebook creeper. Is that what you call me? I mean, I creep you. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm like, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot. So, you know, and all of these women, like Juli said, they don't need a lot of help. Some of the stories that I've heard about that you might be involved with, individuals missing limbs or have had something happen, because like you said, it starts from the inside out. But do you have to just help them overcome that obstacle and make them feel that way somehow?
One of the best parts of telling people's stories is a lot of times they come to me and they say, you know, I've struggled with this. I do have a friend now who was a client in the beginning who was born with one arm. Right. And she came to me with a domestic violence story. And I was working on a domestic violence campaign at that time. And she so bravely shared her story with me and said that I could share it with the world. And so we relived her story through photos. And then after that, like we went through and I was scared, I was afraid, I was, you know, lonely. And then I did a makeover with her and helped her come up with an I am, and then we did like a power, like I am now story. Yes. So yeah, it's super exciting.
That is awesome. You're not just a photographer, if you will. You are a storyteller, a make feel good kind of person.
Actually, she called herself a rock star. When she has her camera, she goes, I am a rock star.
And you know what? She is. If you pass by her studio, the pictures in there are amazing.
Let's start up here, if you would, Jen, and let's just tell some of the stories.
Okay, so this is Miss Amber, and she's a good friend of mine. She was actually a client first and became my friend, yay. And for me, she's super effervescent, super beautiful, and I'm so excited that she let me take her photos. We're part of a group called the Secret Sister Society, and we did a night.
Sorry. We didn't get our invite. I'm a little,
oh, you're invited.
Okay,
Next time. I got you. And so we had 16 girls come in for a night of makeovers and boudoir sessions. So it's kind of like a taste of boudoir. So this was her photo that she did. She rocked it out. Let's hear about your story.
Okay, well this was actually taken shortly after I gave birth to my second child, my daughter. Okay. And so we as moms all know how different your body feels after you've had a baby. So it was something that was very nerve-wracking for me to do, to bear myself like that after having my daughter. But the reason why I do this is for her to know that no matter what, she is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I figure by modeling that behavior for her,
Yeah.
she will grow up more confident, more self-assured. So my motivation is always my daughter.
Right. And now she's got 16 by 20s in every room.
Yeah. No, this is her Christmas card.
Yeah.
With more outfits.
All right, let's talk about this lady.
And this is Miss Juli Heron. She's a gorgeous, self-assured, strong woman. She inspires me with her energy. I just love her so much. She's another one who shared her story with me and allowed me to share that with the world too. So she's just a powerful girl.
I don't want to say something right off the
sister.
bat. She didn't want to do the picture, so that's my body with her head.
Yeah. Julie helped you out.
And thank you for
Julie and Juli.
Now that's hot right there.
I know.
If you've got a hunter or duck calling guy there, he's pretty happy, right?
Yes, he was very, very pleased with the photos that Jen did for us. So he was very, very happy.
What were you trying to overcome? What did you need to do for yourself?
I had a lifetime of just struggles like a lot of girls do at a young age with self-esteem issues and this and that. I always beat myself up. And I mean, a lot of people don't know that about me because I've always been outgoing, but on the inside, it was a lot different. And growing as a woman, having a career, becoming a mother, things of that nature, a lot of times you can get lost in things. And so really, since I've met Jen, I've gone on a journey of refinding myself and becoming a really strong and very, very grateful woman for this wonderful life that I have.
I'm tearing up. All these stories you're coming from your hearts, and I love that. I just love that.
And television, we take for granted the power that we sometimes have with the lens, but what she's done for you with a camera, it's unspeakable. I mean, you can't measure it. There's no way to measure the success of what's happened here.
Right.
I think a lot of times we don't see what other people see in us because we always look through a lens of self-judgment and
Flaws.
comparison and pointing out the things that we hate most about ourselves. And what Jen is fantastic about is finding the beauty in you and reflecting that back to you.
And also, she's always says, focus on the things that you love about yourself.
Yeah.
So if you don't like your thighs, but you love your eyes, you focus on those eyes. That's what I do.
I like that. And this lovely hey, honey, listen, What?
Julie, again, that's my body. She put her head.
I mean, this is outstanding. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
My journey. This was for my husband's 40th birthday 2 years ago. And
Can I give it to my husband for his birthday? It's coming up.
And a very big deal for me. I was diagnosed with cancer at 19, and so I have scars and I have battle wounds that I like to keep covered. And obviously, doing a boudoir session, all of that is revealed. Yeah. And so it was a huge deal for me. Major emotion. I think after I got my hair and makeup done, I began to cry, and then of course it started melting, and she whipped out a beautiful prayer, and anyway, we did a great thing. My husband said it's the best gift that he has ever gotten, and I think the thing that mattered most to me, I felt beautiful that day, probably the first day I've ever felt that beautiful. And once we got the picture, I said, I really look beautiful, and he said, that is how I see you every single day. Wow. But we are so judgmental about, and we see how other people expect women to look. Yeah. And that's not how we look. So then we judge ourselves and we try to cover things up. And so anyway, it was a wonderful, wonderful thing. She's a great friend, and she has just this gift of making people feel beautiful. And a gift from God, I think. So anyway.
And I love the prayer part. Yeah. You prayed first. That's awesome. Can you do anything with this?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. You guys are already fabulous. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there was that one time she did this photo shoot. She didn't want people to know. No, I'm teasing. But we end with you, Julie. If you move here, I mean, you got Jen.
Yes.
Who did you entrust to do that? Was it on a timer?
No, actually, I have one of my makeup artists. I've been training her behind the lens, and so she got that shot.
Wow, Ashley.
Oh, actually, it was Kayla, but Ashley's one of my makeup artists too, and she's fabulous. So yeah,
beautiful, outstanding. All of you women, listen. Just because we weren't invited to the secret circle, we empower you. We love you. I mean, you're all beautiful, and thanks so much for
speakers,
being
beautiful women. Thank you for coming by.
And hopefully, this will help somebody else who's out there watching too. So,
That's what this is about.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
Coming up next on The Spiel.
I have an on switch and an off switch. Pretty much nothing else in between.
There's nothing in between.
Late 70s, 80s, you were the hot thing. You were.
It's never too early or too late to start considering your future or your spouse or your children or your grandchildren. The Bank of Heron has a terrific customer service staff, a terrific loan staff, and we have a trust department.
There's a misnomer that says you have to be extremely wealthy to have a trust. That is totally not true.
We are passionate about our customers because we take an active part in their life. It is not just a trust, it is a relationship.
These days, video is everywhere. TVs, computers, even your phone. With so many ways to use video to reach your potential audience, it's become an important part of doing business. If you like the commercials you've seen during the spiel, and if your business could benefit from a creative approach to telling your story, with attention-grabbing visuals and thoughtfully executed scripts, perhaps it's time you give Growing Media a call. We'd love to hear from you.
We're excited about the opportunities that are offered at Marion First Church of God. Everyone is always welcome. Wednesday nights, we gather for a meal at 5:30 and then have Bible study and prayer time at 6:30. On Friday nights at 6 p.m., a very contemporary service. Sunday mornings, we gather at 9 o'clock for Sunday school, and 10 a.m. is our blended worship experience. We just encourage you to give us a visit and be a part of God's family that meets there.
There's a reason why so many students are choosing John A. Logan College. It's because we make your future our priority number one.
At John A. Logan College, it's all about you.
John A. Logan College is about the student.
At John A. Logan College, it's all about you.
At John A. Logan College, it is all about you.
Because here, it's all about you. Visit jalc.edu. Registration for fall is now underway.
You're watching The Spiel.
All the way from London, England, by way of Paducah, Kentucky, I guess. Is that the way to describe it?
That's correct, yes.
Karen Hammond is here. And you know, there's a multitude of reasons, and we're learning there are even more reasons that you're here. We just believe that everybody has a story, and we want to hear yours.
I've got a story. I'm not sure it's not a Jerry Springer story.
Hey,
it's a story.
We don't want those.
Why? Good ratings, man. What?
Okay, now, who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? That's it. Okay. I don't know if we're going to talk about that.
Let me give you the abridged version. Okay, I've been in Paducah's for the last 15 years. I own All Good Media, which is the parent company for Purchase Area Family Magazine and ILS Western Kentucky.
Yes.
And they were supposed to be my retirement gig.
Media, your retirement gig.
Yes, I always wanted to write, and I thought, well, I'll just start a little local family magazine, and it'll be something I do every other month. Yes, what was I thinking?
Right.
Who was I thinking?
Yeah, it's the planning and the putting together and wanting to dive in deeper, and it's never ending.
It is. I enjoy publishing very much, both on the web and in print.
Is that your background?
It is not, no. If you go way far back, I was originally a theatre manager in London, England.
And I like the way you say
Theatre.
See, that we just added so much to the show, like a whole other level.
In the
Theatre, and I love it.
Right.
I want to go there.
I worked on Evita when it opened.
Stop it.
I did.
That's cool.
It was a lowly underling, but I did work on it.
And you found that out, that it's a small world, because you came back to the area and then you learned your roots are here, and
I'm adopted, and I always knew that my family were American, and I always knew that my father was from the St. Louis area, and it turns out he's in St. Charles.
Oh, so you found
And
that.
my grandmother is from Malden, Missouri.
Wow.
So I didn't get very far, did I, really, when you think about it?
Did you get to meet?
Oh, yes. I met them, both my parents. It's great.
Okay,
so.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you talk about your media business, you know, something that Juli, being in radio forever, and myself doing news forever, when you have an avenue to do something a little bit different, you know, you want to take full advantage of that. What types of stories do you like to tell, and what are those that are best received, in your opinion?
The magazine and iList both focus on promoting events, particularly charitable events in the area. I think the idea that I wanted to promote with the magazine was community involvement. When I first got to Paducah, one of the complaints was that if you lived in Lone Oak, for instance, which is just a part of Paducah, but it's a separate little part of Paducah, and your child went to the middle school in Lone Oak, you had absolutely no idea what was going on in the middle school in Paducah. And if you went to First Baptist Church Lone Oak, you didn't know what First Baptist Church Paducah was doing.
Wow.
There's a disconnect there because people tended to socialize within their own church group or their community group. If you went to one Boy Scout troop, you didn't know what the other Boy Scout troop was doing. And by putting those events into the magazine, by talking about what different organizations were doing, whether it was the Visitors Bureau or a church group or a community organization like Rotary, once you start talking about them, you develop an interest and people think, oh, well, I might go visit them. I might go to that meeting, or I might try that particular activity. So it has really changed the way people socialize. I didn't realize what an impact I would have by doing that, but I don't know whether I want to take complete credit for it, but I know that the magazine's made a difference, that we've promote into-community activities within the Western Kentucky area. And of course now it's expanded. The magazine reaches 12 counties. We distribute all the way through Cadiz down to Fulton and out to almost Vienna, Illinois. So it's dramatically altered the way we cover events. We try and promote them. We don't want to do what the newspaper does. We're not going to cover an event. We're just going to try and promote it. So.
You know, you're also a story of hope. We've talked about some highlights, but let's talk about your battles with 2 cancers.
Yes, I'm really special. I just can't get cancer once. I have to get cancer twice.
And to the degree, the worst.
Well, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was 51, and it was just a routine mammogram. Get your mammogram, ladies. Please, please. I wouldn't be here if I didn't get a regular mammogram. My radiologist caught something that she didn't think was normal. She compared it to previous years and sent me for a biopsy, and the biopsy came back grade 4. So I was sent down to Nashville to Vanderbilt, and they successfully removed it, so we were fine there. But in less than 18 months later, I came down with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and that's a blood cancer. And that was grade 4 as well. And they didn't catch that. They thought it was my gallbladder for a long time. So I ended up back at Vanderbilt, this time for almost 2 weeks, with a lot of chemotherapy.
My goodness.
But I'm good now.
And you lost your hair.
I did. I was completely bald, and I celebrated that. I talked a lot about it in the magazine, and I had pictures taken and put those in the magazine. And sort of celebrated being bald. It was fun.
That's awesome.
I actually liked being bald. It was very dramatic.
Anymore, you just
you
have to embrace what you're given, and you know what, you just figure out how to deal with it. And in your case, if you're able to share that story and benefit somebody else, I think you're
I'm an
doing what
optimist.
you're supposed to do.
I think that helps a lot when you have a serious illness. That you look for the outcome. It never occurred to me that I wouldn't beat it. Never occurred to me.
Good for you.
Maybe that was foolish, but I didn't plan to die. I planned to live, and I still operate that way. I live at 100%, 100 miles an hour. Everybody who knows me will tell you that. I have an on switch and an off switch. Pretty much nothing else in between.
There's nothing in between. You go to full power.
I do.
So you were successful in the dark times and in the good times.
I'd like to think so. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Karen, for being here. We appreciate
you. It's a pleasure.
And we'll be right back.
Coming up next on The Spiel.
I was the one in the back screaming.
You were the one.
There
was one, but you were her. Okay.
Here I am. You met me.
This is a day I've looked forward to for many years. Our family's been very blessed over the years, and we chose this day to share our blessings. We're very pleased today to offer this check to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
For more than a century, Farmers State Bank has been finding ways to serve you better.
St. Jude's Children's Hospital, we'd like to give them a check also.
Let us show you how no one serves you better. Farmers State Bank.
You're able to do anything you wanted to.
Ensuring kids from across the country and in the heartland with limb differences get out of the stands, off the bench, and into the game.
You have to have that confidence, nubs and all, and nubs rock.
As the founder of Nub Ability, I can tell you summer camps rock. Those experiences are made possible in part through your support. Find out how to sponsor this not-for-profit organization online.
If someone says you can't do something, you go out and do it.
Be strong, encourage courage, be unstoppable. Be part of the awesomeness that is Nub Ability.
I never thought I would have maybe 1 or 2 hit records, let alone 21.
I'm Jason Pinkston, and this is your BackStage Pass. Today on BackStage Pass, we sit down with 80s heartthrob and country music hitmaker T.G. Sheppard to talk about the past, the present, and the future.
Been doing this for a long time, you know, really longer than I ever thought I'd be doing it. I'm into my 40th year this year.
That's right. 1974 was the big #1, right?
You've done your homework.
How about that? Late 70s, 80s, you were the hot thing. You were.
And that run back in the 70s and 80s has enabled me to still be out here doing this all these years later because, you know, it's all about the song anyway.
Absolutely.
And if you have enough songs that people will remember, you can work for a long time, and that's enabled us to work for a long time. I enjoy it more today than I did back then. Because
Why is that? Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's because I don't have any pressure on me.
As in?
Well, you don't have a record company back here saying you got to do this and you got to do this and you need to look like this or do that. I'm finally doing what I want to do, and when you do what you want to do, you're usually your happiest. And so now I can go out and do shows and not have to compete and worry about, is the record going up this week or is it going down? I mean, I used to live in fear of Monday mornings because, you know, when you'd lose a couple of radio stations, you'd go, oh my gosh, the records are going. I don't have that pressure now. Now I can go on the road and just totally enjoy myself, have fun.
Have fun. You know, you talked a while ago about being out with Lee Greenwood and John Conley and a couple of others, Gene Watson. To me, that's country music. That's the music I grew up on.
The only thing that we can count on in life is change. And so therefore, country music, it has to change.
Traditional country music, I feel, is appealing to more people.
It is because traditional music of the 70s and 80s was more melodic. It still has a story. Country music still has a story. But I think back then it was a little more melodic and it was easier on the ear.
Do you want to go to hell?
People got caught up into the melody and then they would listen to the lyric. Whereas nowadays it's a sound, it's a beat, it's a pulse. And that's good because a lot of people are turning onto that. But for me, I mean, I still like the songs of Christopherson and Tammy Wynette and Merle Haggard. I mean, I'm the biggest Merle Haggard fan in the world, but I still love Lady Antebellum.
Yes.
I love Van Perry. I love a lot of the stuff that's out there right now.
But doesn't it seem like you all lived your songs, and now I don't think they live their songs?
You know, you're right about that. I haven't had anybody put it that way in quite a while. You're right. The difference between today's generation of entertainers as opposed to the past in my era is that we did live what we sang. You know, and that I think people knew that and they could feel that emotion in a song. Whereas maybe now it's not quite there. I'm not saying that some of these people of today don't live what they sing, because I'm sure some of them do. But back in the 70s and 80s and early 90s, we lived those songs, and so therefore when we go in the studio to record them, I mean, we felt them.
Little or short of talk, wish I could have kept them all.
I married an incredible partner 7 years ago. We've been together 14 years, Kelly Lang, and she's a great singer and songwriter, and great mom and a great wife, and it's just a total person for me to spend the rest of my life with. So she and I are having a lot of fun now, doing things together, doing some shows together, and then she has her own career. And
let's give her a plug. Where can folks find her stuff?
You can go to kellylang.net.
Okay.
To get her Shades of K album, and then you can go to her website or my website, tgsheppard.com.
Well, being a country girl from way back, I'm just tickled pink sitting here with you. Seriously, one of my favorites from.
You're too kind.
Way back.
You're too kind.
Went to many
I feel like
of your
I should
shows.
pay you.
I was the one in the back screaming.
You were the one.
I was
there
the
was
one.
one, but you were her. Okay.
Here I am. You met me. We'd like to end our interviews with the fun four.
Okay.
Creamy or crunchy?
Creamy.
Okay. Mexican or Italian?
Wow, that's a tough one. Both of them are my favorites, but I'd have to say Mexican.
Okay. Haggard or Jones?
Well, George was a dear friend. I got a chance to do 2 songs on his tribute show in Nashville a few months ago, but I'm a Haggard guy.
Oh, yeah, I knew you were. And finally, boxers or briefs?
Neither.
Well, there it is. There we go.
Just kidding. Briefs.
Folks, there's no tickets left for the show tonight. So.
I'm Jason Pinkston, and this has been your BackStage Pass.
You develop the relationship. That's the privilege we have here of getting to know the whole family unit, and I think that builds trust with patients and with us. I think they see we really care.
Easy accessibility. We almost always have openings. It's easy to get into.
We have very good providers. We work well together. We take a true interest in our patients.
They get a little bit more attention than that they would in a larger clinic.
I love taking care of kids. I like the relationship with the child and with the parent. I love watching them grow up, and I watch them in the community. It's a lot of fun.
Financial responsibility has never been an easy lesson to teach kids.
Mom, Ashley's here. We're going to the mall.
Okay, sweetie, be careful. Don't forget your debit card. Okay.
Until now. Introducing the Bank of Heron Teen Debit Account. Your teen gets their own debit card from the Bank of Heron, and you get the peace of mind of 24/7 account monitoring with the Bank of Heron mobile app.
Honey, when did our daughter get a debit card?
Hello, it's 2015.
It's not just a bank, it's a relationship.
At John A. Logan College, we make your future our priority number one.
Because we're teaching tomorrow's technology today.
And we don't take that responsibility lightly.
We get to know our students really well. I know our students become like a family.
Discover an education that is all about you. Discover your future. John A. Logan College, where it's all about you. Registration for fall is now underway.
That was a big one.
Oh, it was.
That was a good show.
I thought you had that problem fixed.
Well, you're the one that went, wow. Anyway, I just want to say big show.
Yes.
And that's the reason we're getting such great compliments. I want to thank everybody that comes up to Matt in grocery stores.
To Ashley.
I saw Ashley.
To Jason.
Jason. And
to
then
Mama Saurus. To the Healthy Hippie Chef. To Juli.
to Juli the other day.
At Charlie's, thank you, Karen and Marvin, for saying hey. They love the show.
Karen and Marvin. Wow.
I get
now
names.
We started the shout out.
Do you guys get names?
The shout out? We've started the shout out.
It's shout out.
Shout out. We've started the shout out.
Did you guys get names?
Don't. This is short. Woo! Look that up. Okay.
All right. Just thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you. You know, it's a blessing. It's wonderful, and everybody has a story. People recognize that. Where else can you tune in to find out like cool things?
I know, cool local things. Because I always I didn't realize that was in Southern Illinois. So when the folks watching abroad, you come to Southern Illinois, try out these things.
Yeah, and we'll come to your town.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be a Southern Illinois town. I mean, Southern California.
If you're watching in Hawaii right now.
Hawaii is good.
Spielon.com.
Yes.
Come and get us.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, because here you learn big words. Big words. Some words we encourage you not to use often because you can get in trouble.
And it's words you've never heard before.
Yes.
And who doesn't want to expand their vocabulary?
That's right. Okay. If only we could see to read. Look at these sixes. These are boom boxes, aren't they? Only the cool people have sixes. Okay.
But you know what? It's good for the ones that can't read.
That's right. Okay. Which one are we doing today?
Gasconade.
Oh, gasconade. Gasconading. To mean what is that?
Extravagant boasting, boastful talk.
Gasconade.
Here, ready?
Gasconade.
Gasconade.
Gasconade. What would we do without that? Is that? Let's pitch that website. What is that? Dictionaryreference.com. That is brilliant right there.
Gasconade. Again, use it in a sentence.
Gasconade, to boast. Julie, you really should not be gasconading all over town about the spiel.
But I do.
But you do, and it's okay.
It's okay.
Ah, that's right.
You can gasconade about your children.
Gasconade, yes, to boast, to be proud of. Okay, so are we going to do gasconade or gasconading?
That's more syllables, but the ing.
Okay, go ahead.
Gasconade.
Nade. Yeah, I think it's a D.
It's a
gasket. It is a D.
Here we go. You start, so I don't have to have it.
Gascon.
You still give it to me. Nade.
Gasconade.
Gasconade.
Gasconade. Okay, I think we got it.
No, the A. Gasconade.
Gasconade. Okay, all right. That's good.
Boast.
See? To boast. Yeah. We'll see you next week.
The Spiel, Saturdays at 11 on Fox 23. And now, 12 things you should know about video marketing. The average user spends 88% more time on a website with video. 78% of people watch at least one video per week. More than 3 out of 5 consumers will spend at least 2 minutes watching a video about a product they plan to purchase. 88% either forward or share a video. In 2017, video traffic will account for 69% of all consumer internet traffic. And within the next 5 years, online video production will account for more than 1/3 of all online advertising spending. More than 500 years of YouTube videos are watched every day. Over 700 YouTube videos are shared on Twitter every minute. Video is compelling because it can appeal to the senses to help build trust, while simultaneously giving you the credibility that you need to help build better relationships, which over time translates into more sales. And that's where we come in. At Growing Media, we're a Southern Illinois-based media group, and it just so happens that we're experts in video production. So, give us a call today. We'd like to help you discover your brand's true potential. Growing Media.